GHSA and its member schools have made a commitment to promote good sportsmanship by student-athletes, coaches, and spectators at all GHSA-sanctioned events. Profanity, degrading remarks, and intimidating actions directed at officials, competitors, or other spectators will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal.
I'll say so. Welcome to today's game between the Brookwood Broncos and your Lambert Lady Longhorns. We're here on the field with you. We got the plate meeting going on right now. We'll bring you the starting lineup in a moment, and then we'll be about ready to get started with the game. Here's your starting lineup today. We've got Bailey Jamison leading off and playing left field. We got Hannah Cornetto playing short, batting second. Ashley Fitz follows her batting third and playing first base. Hannah Cole will be today's designated player, batting cleanup. Jaden Fang will be behind the dish. Morgan Owens playing right field. Jenna Fox at third base. Reagan Young gets the start on the mound. And Paige Wentworth will be in center field. Not batting, but playing in the field today is Grayson Moody, who is at second base and the flex. This will be Reagan Young's first varsity start today. She did have one relief appearance earlier in the season that resulted in a win. She's pitched 4 2/3 innings so far. No earned runs given up this season by Reagan.
I'm Adam Burgess joining this broadcast. It's sure to be a great one. So we're going to get this game started here in a moment. So interesting choice today for pitcher. Reagan Young will get the start over Hannah Cole. It's an interesting choice by Coach YB, but we'll see how she does today.
I think maybe looking to give Reagan a little experience here on varsity. She's gotten a decent amount of playing time on JV so far this season, but very limited on varsity with only 4 2/3 innings pitched so far.
So Lorelei Sullivan will go to the batter's box as we will get this game underway momentarily. First pitch of the ball game is a ball low in the dirt. Young's second pitch swung on, hit, but caught by the left fielder. That's Bailey Jamison that gets the out.
Tavia Robinson.
So now it's Tavia Robinson at the plate after that pop fly to left field caught by Bailey Jamison. 1 out in the inning, and this one's cracked. Back to the wall, and it hits off the wall. Fielded by the center fielder. That's going to be a double for Tavia Robinson. So good start for the Brookwood Broncos.
Number 30, Madison Oliver.
So we got a runner on second now after that double back to the wall. Could have been worse.
Now it's Madison Oliver at the plate. Reagan Young's pitch. In there for a strike. So runner in scoring position here with 1 out. Not an ideal situation, but we'll see what Reagan Young can do. As that's a ball outside. So it evens up the count at 1-1. Pitch in the dirt. That one's going to get by Jane Fang. And Tavia Robinson will advance to third base. So runner on third will prompt a catcher's visit for Reagan Young. Jane Fang will go back behind the plate. Pitch by Young is high for a ball. So the count will be 2-1. excuse me, the count's 3-1. Here's the pitch. And that one's a ball outside, so now there's 2 runners on base at the corners. Madison Oliver takes first base.
Hearing Leo.
So if you're Reagan Young, you're going to want to find a way out of this situation with runners at the corner and only 1 out. Definitely a good situation for Brookwood, but we'll see what Reagan Young can do. This one's in there for strike 1. Second pitch of the at-bat. And Madison Oliver will steal, and Tavia Robinson will take the run. So that is a first score for Brookwood. Scores 1-0 Brookwood.
Oh, oops.
So runner on second base, 1 out, and Brookwood scores a run. That's a strike for Reagan Young. Now the count is 1-2. Pitch from Young, swung on, cracked into the gap, into right field. That's almost another run for Brookwood, but they hold up at third base.
Up at the bat, plate number 12, Kirsten Costanero. Listen. I had one bad one, it ruins the whole thing, okay? Up at the bat.
So Madison Oliver at third base now,
I don't know how to say it.
and runners at the corner.
That does not look like
This one's hit into shallow left field, fielded by Bailey Jamison. That's another run for Brookwood.
batting now, number 15.
So Lambert in a bit of a pickle early here today.
Yeah, not your picture-perfect start, but
Hopefully Young can work
Yeah.
her way out of it.
yeah. Moving down in the lineup, you're going to face the team's less skilled hitters, so hopefully you can get the next 2 outs here. This is Kirsten Corstantino at the plate. The pitch from Young, swung on and missed. So the count is even at 1-1. This ball's in the dirt for ball 2. Runners hold. So there's runners at first and second now with 1 out. Corstantino up, hitting at the 5 slot. This one's in there, that's ball 3. Oh, excuse me, this is Nia Langlis. This one's hit to the second baseman, but she can't field it. She'll go to first. Runner is safe. So now there's bases loaded
Now
with
batting
1 out.
Number 9, Anna Hilmer.
And the catcher will visit Reagan Young again. So Reagan Young seems to be a little bit rattled, but it's just the top of the first inning, so hopefully she'll keep her head down and try to get these next 2 outs. So bases loaded. Pitch from Young. Swung on, popped back, foul. And that one's out of the ballpark. Back toward the fans. That pitch is high for a ball. That pitch from Young is high. So she's looking at a 2-1 count here with bases loaded and 1 out. Got to find a way to get an out here if you're Lambert. Double play would be ideal. This one's hit foul down the left field line.
Yeah, double play to get us out of this jam would definitely be appreciated. We did have one that was a potential double play ball, but it wasn't hit quite sharply enough.
Yeah, I mean, it was fielded, but they just couldn't find the second base, so they went to first, and the throw was late, so both runners stayed on base. As Young's pitch is high for a ball. Count is full.
Definitely not a situation you can afford to walk in another run here. Gonna need to force this batter into an unproductive out here.
Foul back toward the booth.
I think that hit our roof up there.
Yeah, that hit the roof, so
heard it roll off.
Reagan Young's pitch swung on, cracked high, and foul into the left field, and that one's caught.
So that was the unproductive out that was needed there. No one able to tag in advance on that.
Other than a double play, that's the best you can hope for right there. So now it's 2 outs. Takes a lot of pressure off Reagan Young here. Just need 1 more out to get out of this inning. Stop the bleeding at only 2 runs. It's a ball outside. Starts the count at 1-0. Young's pitch swung on and missed. Now the count is even at 1-1.
A fairly light crowd here today by Lambert standards. I think with the early varsity game, it was tougher for those to get away from work.
Swung fouled back. Now 2 strikes on Jeremiah Adams.
Only about 3 or 4 fans here from Brookwood, it seems. So light on the visitors' bleachers as well.
Not a lot of people out of work at this time, so definitely a light crowd for the varsity game. Swung on, missed, and that's the end of the inning. Reagan Young stops the bleeding.
Ending the top of the first inning.
So she does manage to get out of that without too much damage.
Definitely ideal after that struggle to start, but it's only a 2-run deficit now for the Longhorns, and we've got some hot bats, so we'll look to get those going here in the bottom of the first inning. But we will be back momentarily. So Nia Langlis will take the mound for Brookwood, and behind the plate is Anna Hilmer. Brookwood in a pretty decent start here with 2 runs in the top half of the first inning. So they'll look to get 3 outs here, but Lambert's hot bats will have something to say about that. And this inning will get started momentarily as Bailey Jamison will step to the plate.
We have number 1, Bailey Jamison.
Yeah.
So beginning of the bottom half of the first inning, that's a strike against Jamison.
So Lambert looking to come back and even it up or take the lead here in the bottom half of the first frame.
Swing and a miss for Jamison. Makes it an 0-2 count. Now Jamison has 2 strikes on her. Nia Langlis sets and throws. That one's a ball outside.
A tough take with 2 strikes there. Good eye.
Definitely a pitcher's count here.
It looks like there's some discussion on pitching mechanics there. Perhaps the bringing of the hands together before towing the rubber. Some of the umpires a little more picky about that than others. Certainly seen an increase in enforcement in the past couple of years.
Langlis's pitch, ball outside, but it gets hit by Bailey Jamison, and that one's into the gap. So a single for Bailey Jamison.
An incredible leaping play there by the second baseman. I thought she might get it. She did get her glove on it. Really ranged out there and got up in the air. But
that was a great hit by Bailey Jamison. It was a little outside, but she managed to get her bat on it. As now Hannah Cornetto will step to the plate, one of the better hitters of this season for the Longhorns. That one's a ball outside against Cornetto. So the count is 1-0.
So Bailey Jamison there on first, one of the speedier runners for Lambert. So we'll see if she's looking to steal.
Langlis's pitch in there for a strike, so the count is even at 1-1. It's a nice afternoon here in Suwanee, Georgia, as the Lambert Longhorns are taking on the Brookwood Broncos.
A little warm, but not quite as hot as it has been.
This one's in the dirt. Bailey Jamison stealing, and she gets second base. So now Bailey Jamison in scoring position for a big bat for Hannah Cornetto. Good situation right now for the Longhorns with 0 outs. And a great hitter in Hannah Cornetto. Here's the pitch from Langlis. That one's in there for a strike. And the count is now even at 2-2.
Yeah, looks like she froze on the changeup there. Wasn't looking for that pitch, so decided to take it, take her chances with strike 3.
Langless's pitch swung on, hit up the middle by Cornetto, and Bailey Jamison is going to go home, and she gets home, so Lambert cuts into the 2-0 lead, now makes it a 2-1 ball game.
And I think that was smart for the pitcher to cut that throw at the mound there. They were never going to get Jamison at the plate, and that prevented Cornetto from advancing to second.
Yeah, definitely a good decision there. Because now, and then you would have Cornetto now in scoring position, and possibly Jamison still making it home. So good decision. This is Ashley Fitz at the plate.
Fitz, another dangerous hitter for sure for Lambert. She is, depending on whose stat book you look at, hitting slightly better or slightly under Cornetto. Both of them hitting in excess of 500 this season.
This one's hit nicely by Ashley Fitz, bobbled by the left fielder. So Hannah Cornetto will advance to third, and Ashley Fitz with the double.
And just like that, we've got runners at second and third ready for another hit.
So Hannah Cole will step to the plate. She's not pitching today, but she can still hit.
Meeting on the mound here for Brookwood. Talk over their strategy with 2 in scoring position and a 1 run lead.
So Nia Langless in a bit of a pickle here, but a good situation for the Longhorns. This one in there. Hannah Cole swings and misses.
That one coming down. Maybe a drop, maybe a change, not sure, but under the bat.
Pitch.
Yeah, under the bat of Hannah Cole. Another dangerous hitter here, Hannah Cole. 3 home runs on the season.
Here's the pitch outside for a ball.
Sounds like the Lambert dugout is starting to get into it a little more here. Shaking off the late afternoon torpor.
Swing and a miss from Hannah Cole. So she's got 2 strikes on her now. Both of these teams might take a little bit of warm-up, but it seems like both of these teams, in terms of hitting, are doing pretty well so far. I mean, both of these teams pretty much just got out of school about an hour ago. But they're doing this well so far in from a batting standpoint.
And odd that we've got the varsity game as the early game today, so that is somewhat different. Varsity didn't get quite as much time to warm up as they normally do. Both teams wearing a dark red today. Cardinal for the home team, and I think they call it maroon at Brookwood, but it looks like pretty much the same color to me. Gray pants for your Longhorns, though. And the Cardinal socks, so pants and socks reversed for Brookwood.
Payoff pitch, swung and missed by Hannah Cole. That's the first out of the inning for Nia Langless.
And you don't see that often from Cole. Striking out, being on the receiving end of a strikeout is not common for her. Being on the delivery end of the strikeout, much more so.
Yes, definitely. Last Tuesday night, Hannah Cole delivered 11 strikeouts, I believe it was. That one's in there for a strike against Jane Fang.
It's a little bit of a wider strike zone than we've seen from other games so far this season. Looks like they're getting a little bit more inside and outside the plate.
Nia Langless pitch
Oh, a nice
That-
change up there.
was a good pitch by Nia Langless. Looked a little outside from up here in the booth, but umpire calls it a strike.
Langless does have good movement on her pitches here. Oh,
That one's outside.
very similar pitch to the last one, maybe just a smidge further off the plate. A very competitive 0-2 pitch. Tough to take, certainly.
So the count's 1-2 for Jane Fang as that one's a ball outside, even up at 2-2 now.
Langless really working the outside corner here. Has had good results with that and also coming in with the screw.
This one swung and hit, fielded by Nia Langless, thrown to first for the out. So now Morgan Owens will.
Number 14, Morgan Owens.
So the runners aren't able to advance on that, so an unproductive out for the Horns. So Owens will have to come to the plate with 2 outs now, but 2 still in scoring position, so this is not over yet by a long shot.
Nia Langless pitch swung on, foul back by Morgan Owens.
Another very good pitch low in the zone. Just been hammering that with the changeup and the drop. Looks like she's got 2 different speeds that she throws down in the zone. Challenging for a batter to identify that out of the pitcher's hand.
Swung on, hit right to Langless. She'll throw to first for the out. And that's the end of the first inning. Your score is Brookwood 2. Your Lambert Longhorns 1.
So Reagan Young will come back out to the mound here to start the second inning as well. Got herself into a bit of trouble in the top of the first, but got herself out of it with the bases loaded, stranded 3. We'll see what she can do here in the second inning. Looks like we got a thirsty umpire back there behind the plate requesting water or Gatorade from the concessions.
I am thirsty as well, but my drink of choice is Diet Coke.
Not quite as refreshing, I think. Not as good for the electrolytes and the recovery.
That's why I'm the announcer. There is no sponsor from Diet Coke. It's just a good drink. That one's bunted, thrown on to first for the out. A good start to the top of the second inning for the Longhorns.
Back at the top, number 1, Lorelei Sullivan.
So Lorelei Sullivan will step to the plate here. With 1 out in the inning. Good play so far by Reagan Young. That one's a ball low.
Both pitchers sort of hammering the bottom of the zone here.
Swung on, hit. That one's fouled off. Bailey Jameson sprinting for it, but she can't get it. So Lorelei Sullivan will jog back to home plate and continue her at bat.
Concurrent noise, yeah.
I was like, whoa, there goes that.
She flung it against the cage, but definitely was not bad.
Pitch from Young, low and outside. So the count is 2-1 against Lorelei Sullivan.
Yeah, Young giving a little bit of deference to the batter here, especially for so low in the lineup.
Young's pitch is high. So now a hitter's count for Lorelei Sullivan.
Oh, sorry, we're back at the top of the order. Okay, that makes more sense here.
The pitch to Sullivan, swung on, fouled, and that's out of the ballpark. So Sullivan will live to fight another day in this at-bat. Count is full, though. So we'll see which way this one goes. Payoff pitch, swung and hit right to Bailey Jameson for the second out of the inning.
At the plate, number 5, Tavia Robinson.
So now the second batter of the order for Brookwood, Tavia Robinson, steps to the plate. In a good situation for Reagan Young, a much better start. Maybe the first inning jitters out of the way now.
Yep, starting ahead in the count here. Always key to good pitching.
Nice little breeze flowing through here in the booth. This one's hit, and it's drilled to center field. So Tavia Robinson will reach first base.
Next up,
Yeah, that one tips off the top of Young's glove over her head. It was not playable, certainly not playable by an off-balance pitcher after delivering a pitch. So a base hit to center field, single.
This one's hit perfectly down the left field line as it goes foul. Now Bailey Jameson chucks it home at third base, unable to get the out there. Pretty hectic at bat there.
number 12. Sorry.
Yeah, that one, the rare honest triple, I think. I don't think they could have gotten her at third or held her up. That was pretty solid hit down the line.
So now a runner on first base as Brookwood scores another run. First pitch from Young is a strike.
Were you at the Saturday game? Were you? Yeah.
So no cause for concern here because there is 2 outs. I know there is 1 run scored so far and a runner on third base, but Reagan Young should be okay. She just needs 1 more out to get out of this one. Low and in the dirt, but Jane Fang gets to it.
Interesting choice not to send the runner. That did get sort of out away from the plate. I think she could have made it with a good lead.
Reagan Young's pitch.
Oh, that one looked good from the booth.
Just gets the corner. Called for a ball, so the count is 2-1 now.
It looked like Fang behind the plate also disagreed with that call, having a word with the umpire afterwards, who says it was outside.
That one's in there for a strike. Now the count is even at 2-2. So one more strike will end this inning. Brookwood jumping out to a 3-1 lead, adding another run. High and inside. So now the count is full.
I know, but they're just so close. Well, yeah, it is. Yeah. But 3-2 is like the big. And
3-2, what you gonna do?
1 and out. 1 out. Is even. Striker. Oh.
Payoff pitch, swung, cracked up the center, but that one's an out, so it's 3 outs now, and the end
Losing nothing.
of the second inning, or excuse me, the end of this first half of the second inning. So we'll go to the bottom of the second inning here momentarily.
You gonna say something?
So Jenna Fox steps to the plate. Now we're in the bottom of the second inning. Lambert at a 2-run deficit.
Same as they came into the bottom half of the first inning as well, since they got 1 in the bottom half of that frame, and Brookwood answered with 1 in the top of this one.
So first pitch at the bottom of the second inning is low for a ball.
Especially for somebody who has no
Fox's second pitch is outside for ball. Count is 2-0. Swing and a miss from Jenna Fox. That's strike 1. So the count is now 2-1.
Who's loud?
Strike against Jenna Fox, even at 2-2 now.
Nice pitch there.
Yeah, Langless well establishing her strike zone here. So good pitching from Langless so far. The Longhorns only have 1 run right now. Swing and a miss from Fox. Nice pitch from Langless as she sets down Jenna Fox with a strikeout.
Yeah, she's just really dominating with that changeup. Most of her good swinging strikes have come from the change down in the zone. That one delivered just about to the dirt after it moved through the zone.
So it's the pitcher, Reagan Young, now stepping to the plate.
Pitcher versus pitcher.
Pitcher versus pitcher. Pitcher versus pitcher. I had some drunk guy yell at me once. Oh, gosh, bad. Is he thrown? Very. Ask my father.
So ball at that one. So the count is 1-0 now.
Tightening the zone up a little bit, maybe. I'm not sure. Looked like it was in there.
Pitch from Langless. Looks low, and it is. That's the count is now 2-0.
Reagan patient at the plate here. Letting her see multiple pitches.
That one's in there for a strike. Now the count is 2-1.
I think it'll be interesting to see what she comes back with on this pitch. I'm thinking maybe a change up here, low in the zone again. We've seen a lot from that of her today.
Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit to third base. Thrown to first for the out. So now 2 outs.
Number 10, Paige Wentworth.
Paige Wentworth will look to get something going for the Longhorns here, as they're now 2 outs and not a hit in the inning yet. So Paige Wentworth's first pitch, or excuse me, Nia Langless's first pitch to Paige Wentworth is high and outside for a ball. Counts 1-0. That one's in there for a strike. Paige Wentworth looks at it. Count is even at 1-1. This one's in the dirt for a ball. So Paige Wentworth ahead in the count now.
The dugout really getting into the P. Wentz cheer there.
Swing and a miss. Or did she tip it foul? Either way, it's 2-2 now.
Hi, y'all.
Paige's mother, Tracy, that you see there on the left edge of the frame, taking a video of her daughter's at bat.
Swing and foul back by Paige Wentworth. The count is still 2-2.
I know all the parents have appreciated the random shout-outs they get during these games. I've heard plenty of feedback to that effect. They love being shown when they're not expecting it.
So now the count is full against Paige Wentworth. Two outs, payoff pitch, swung on. Hit to shallow right field, caught for the out. That's the end of the second inning. Your score is still 3-1 in favor of Brookwood.
So no production for Lambert that inning, unfortunately. They did not answer the run in the top half of the inning.
So early on, the Longhorns struggling a little bit at the plate. But we'll see what Reagan Young can do against Brookwood in the top of the third here coming momentarily. So Kirsten Constantino, I believe I pronounced it Corstantino in one of the earlier innings. It's Constantino.
A tough name to pronounce, but
Yeah.
we've played travel ball with her in the past, so familiar with the name. A good pitcher.
First pitch. That one's a strike. Looked a little bit outside from the booth up here, but umpire gives Reagan Young the call.
Yep, she's starting to find the outside of the umpire's zone. Not sure what the discussion between Feng and the home plate umpire is there.
This one's in the dirt for a ball. Maybe it's something to the degree of thanks. That was a great call.
Could be. They had a more difficult time than Brookwood establishing the outside of the zone there through the first two innings, so I think maybe grateful for the call.
Reagan Young's pitch goes wild up above Jane Fang's head, but no runners on base, so no big deal.
So now this is technically
A little bit of trivia here. The batter, Kirsten's name that she generally goes by is Peanut.
Popped shallow to the shortstop, Hannah Cornetto. Caught for the out.
playing now. We have number
So the first out of the inning.
Naya Langlis. Don't worry about it. It was 70. It's so pretty.
So Nia Langlis is at the plate here with one out. Top of the third inning. Young's pitch. Swung on, hit shallow right to Young. No, it's the first baseman with the catch.
Fitz coming in to get that. Quite a rangy play by Fitz at first base.
Now batting number
You love to
9,
see that as a
Hannah
pitcher
Edwards.
for sure.
So the unusual position for Ashley Fitz, usually she's behind the plate, but now it's Jane Fang behind the plate, and Ashley Fitz will start playing first base.
Yeah, they had Fitz at first for senior night on Saturday as well. I think looking to take advantage of her bat without having her behind the plate so that they're able to use Fang as well.
Like you weren't close to it.
She had been designated player for a couple of games as well.
Yeah, it's definitely an advantage for a team, because this one's fouled back toward the booth almost. It's definitely an advantage for a team when you have two really solid catchers and you can sort of rotate them in and out.
The normal starter at first, Katia Castillo, not in the lineup today.
This one's hit to deep left field, caught by Bailey Jamison. That's the end of the inning. Your score is still 3-1. So Reagan Young pitches a scoreless inning. So that's the end of the top of the third. We're now in the middle of the third inning and bringing you the bottom of the third momentarily, so stay tuned. So Bailey Jamison steps to the plate here as we begin the bottom of the third inning. Langless's pitch, bunted by Bailey Jamison. She's fast. Can she get to first base? She's safe. Good start for Lambert as Bailey Jamison reaches first on a well-placed bunt. And now Hannah Cornetto will step to the plate. One of the big bats for Lambert this season. First pitch to Cornetto is outside for a ball.
Jamison took a very hard lead on that one. It looked like she was considering running. We'll see if we see her go on the next one.
Yeah, she's fast, so she can get there. Another one outside.
She doesn't go on that one either. A little bit of a less aggressive lead that time.
Langless's pitch is outside. That's ball 3 now. A huge hitter's count for Hannah Cornetto. Now it's 3-0. Surely you'll see something you can hit here from Langless. With a runner on first base, Bailey Jamison.
Unless they're intentionally walking her, she should see something in the zone here.
Swing and a miss from Cornetto. That's foul back. So Jamison looking to run there, but you can't get to second due to it being a foul ball. Cornetto looking aggressive on that one. She was definitely expecting to get something to hit there. That one swung on deep, but it's in foul territory in right field. That one's caught, and Jamison chooses not to tag up. So that's one out in the inning.
Ashley Fitz.
And now Ashley Fitz will step to the plate in a situation here with one out, bottom of the third, and Jameson is on first.
Zito.
So we'll see if Jameson still tries to steal even with one out here. Ashley Fitz's first pitch is outside. This one's hit really, really good, but it's caught like by the warning track. So now it's 2 outs. Hannah Cole at the plate. So Bailey Jameson's still stranded at first. She's the only one on, so Bailey Jameson at first. Now Hannah Cole stepping to the plate. I believe she struck out earlier. So she'll look to get her first hit of the afternoon.
She did strike out earlier.
This one's hit to the shortstop, thrown on to first, and that's the third out of the inning.
Cole not happy with that one. You can see as she tossed her bat down, running to first, she knew it was going to be an out.
So side is retired, and we'll go to break here and begin the top of the fourth when we come back. So Jeremiah Adams steps to the plate here for Brookwood in a 3-1 lead situation. Bottom of the third. Excuse me, it was not top of the fourth. It was bottom of the third. My partner in crime over here, Kyle Goodwin, forgot to change the inning on scorebook. It is the top of the fourth. So it is the top of the fourth.
I remember somebody else saying they were going to push the buttons, but
I may or may not have said that.
We can go back to the tape.
That's a ball low.
Do you have a replay on that one?
no replay available on the booth camera for that one, I don't think. So the first 2 pitches balls here in the inning. Reagan looking to find her groove.
That one's a strike for Reagan Young against Jeremiah Adams. So the count is 2-1 now. Reagan Young looking a little better here now.
Yeah, a smile on her face after that last pitch.
Yeah, settling in here really nicely. Ball high. Counts 3-1. That one's a strike called. That's a questionable call by the umpire, but
the runner was certainly looking for the walk there.
yeah, that one looked really low up here from the booth, but umpire calls it a strike, so it's a full count now. Yeah, Adams definitely looking to go straight to first there. She definitely thought that was a ball.
See if Young can take advantage of the gift.
That one's fouled off. Still remains a full count for Jeremiah Adams. So Jeremiah Adams calls time in the batter's box. The pitch from Young is inside, and now Adams will take first base.
Now batting, number 7, Kennedy Orton.
0-2 is the first batter.
So an opening walk here in the top of the fourth.
If you're lonely, you can do my job. Yeah, if you get lonely, you can do this.
So Kennedy Horton will step to the plate now. Looking to advance Adams as she tries to bunt, and that's a catcher's throw to from Fang. And to Cornetto, she got her at second base. So that is the first out of the inning. Definitely a good out there for the Longhorns. You had a runner on first base now. The bases are clear once again for Reagan Young.
I think it called strike on that first one as well. Was it a ball? It was a ball, maybe.
Such a relief for the pitcher.
So the count's 1-0 to begin the at-bat. Reagan Young's pitch is low and inside. Count's now 2-0 against Kennedy Horton.
The Brookwood dugout getting loud here.
I hate that trick so much.
That one's in there for a strike right up the middle.
Dangerous pitch there. Surprised she took it.
Now the count's 2-1 for Kennedy Horton at the plate. That one's a ball high.
Or any kind of rice right now.
Should see if they put that in the concession stand.
Now Reagan Young's pitch in the dirt, and Kennedy Horton will advance there.
Up at the plate, we have number 1, Lorelei Sullivan.
So back to the top of the order as Lorelei Sullivan will step to the plate with 1 out and a runner on base.
Unfortunate to walk the bottom 2 in the lineup. Certainly you don't want to do that.
Now you're back at the top of the order with Lorelei Sullivan.
Oh, flex.
Young's pitch is outside. No, that's a strike. Umpire calls it a strike. Once again, Reagan Young throwing it outside there comfortably, and the umpire giving her the call there.
Yeah, hitting the corner with that screwball. It's an effective pitch for her. We see it a lot.
Yeah, from up in the booth, it definitely looks like it's, well outside, but umpire giving those calls right now. This one's cracked foul out of the ballpark.
Yeah, no play to be had there for sure. Quickly out. So we'll be looking for a pitch that's not too hittable here on 0-2. Young working from a comfortable position of being well ahead in the count this time.
Yeah, 0-2 is definitely a pitcher's count for Reagan Young right now against the top of the order batter, Lorelei Sullivan. Here's Reagan Young's pitch. Hit, and it gets through. So Lorelei Sullivan at first now, and Kennedy Horton at second.
Yeah, that one just sort of poked under the glove of the third baseman there. A very sharp hit ball.
Yeah, just gets right by Jenna Fox at third base. So now Tavia Robinson at the plate.
She was able to work out just fine. What do you do in that workout class? We do all sorts of work. No, what do you do then? Oh, me? Yeah. I generally film. I sometimes do like bench and stuff. Today I have to do
Counts 1-0.
only arm exercise. Yeah, no, I don't do leg stuff.
How's the knee feeling?
Runners at first and second, putting some pressure on the horns with only one out.
40, 30%.
Pain or no? Or stiffness?
Yeah.
Ball inside. So now Reagan Young has a 2-0 count. And Tavia Robinson with a hitter's count here, 2-0.
The opposite of the last at bat. Started out 0-2. This one 2-0.
That's better, right? Because then your body doesn't reject it.
That one's in there for a strike. Nice pitch by Reagan Young.
It looked like another screwball there.
Did she have 2 surgeries? Or
Nice inside pitch, getting the call with that wide zone behind the plate today.
So you're only out one leg. It's not like you have to heal both legs at one time.
Yeah.
Counts 2-1 against Tavia Robinson as Reagan Young's pitch is hit. Fielded by Cornetto. She goes to third.
Oh, and she gets the out there. What
Gets
a
the
heads-up play by Cornetto to go with the fielder's choice to third and get the lead runner.
Madison Oliver.
So 2 outs in the top of the 4th inning.
First spot or second spot. He's quick.
And it's Madison Oliver now at the plate.
We'll see if she can get out of this jam. She's stranded a number of runners already in this game. Perhaps she can strand 2 more.
So early on, a lot of bats got going for Brookwood, but Reagan Young seeming to find her groove here. That one's popped back foul for Oliver. That one's in there, and the umpire calls it ball high. So the count is even at 1-1 now.
An interesting zone today. Not getting very much up and down, but getting a lot side to side. So sort of a squished strike zone.
This one's hit right to Jenna Fox for the 3rd out of the inning. That's the end of the top of the 4th.
So they'll strand 2 and get out of that without any damage, although it was quite a threatening inning there for Brookwood.
Brookwood 3 and Lambert 1.
So yet again, Brookwood strands runners. Got a lot there early, but Reagan Young finding a groove here and doing very, very well right now. As we bring you the bottom of the 4th momentarily. Jane Fang at the plate now. Here to begin the bottom of the fourth inning. Score has been for a while now 3-1 in favor of Brookwood by 2 runs.
Yeah, Lambert will need to find a way to get their bats moving here.
That's not the start you want. Jane Fang with a pop fly out to the second baseman.
Morgan Owens. Next up, 14, Jenna Fox.
Now the Horns looking rather flat today, honestly. Certainly for a 10-1 team, you would expect a little more fireworks, as productive as they've been.
This one's hit just right to the pitcher, and that's the second out. So quick start for Brookwood as Lambert now 2 outs in 2 hits, or 2 pitches, 2 outs, I believe. So Nia Langless working an immaculate inning here. 2 pitches, 2 outs so far.
It's getting a little late in the game for Lambert to still be looking so sleepy here, I think. You got to get the bats moving and reproduce some of that offensive fireworks from Saturday.
So the immaculate inning is over, but that's a strike against Jenna Fox here.
See if Jenna Fox can find a way to start a 2-out rally here.
That one's a ball outside. So the count is now even up at 1-1. Swing and a miss from Jenna Fox. Counts 1-2. Now she's got 2 strikes on her behind in the count. Not the best start here for Lambert with 2 outs. Langless's pitch called a ball outside. Count is 2-2, even up against Jenna Fox.
It's been the strike zone of surprise today. Never quite sure what we're going to get. Pitch to pitch.
Pitch from Langless outside. So now the count is full. Jenna Fox working that count.
Full count and 2 outs. A high pressure situation here for Fox. Looking to get something started for the Horns this inning.
Swing and fouled off by Jenna Fox, so she stays in this one. And she'll continue the at-bat. Ideal situation here for Lambert. You get Jenna Fox on base, and hopefully she can get a hit here, and you start a 2-out rally. Fouled off again by Jenna Fox. So now things slowing down here as the first 2 pitches of the bottom of the 4th inning were both outs. Now things slowing down here with this at-bat to Jenna Fox. Fouled off again by Jenna Fox. Really defending the plate here.
Now she looks like she doesn't want to strike out here. She wants to at least put it in play and see what happens. Quality at bat here. Quite a few pitches seen. 8, I think.
Swing and a miss. So that ends the bottom of the 4th inning. And we'll go to the top of the 5th here soon. As the end of the 4th inning is here and now
We would like to thank our sponsors.
into the top of the
Platinum
fifth.
Sport, for Platinum, we have
Lambert's still
Sports.
down 2 runs.
For gold sponsors, we have Sharon Springs Athletic.
We'd like to thank our sponsors, our platinum sponsor, Baseline Sports, gold sponsor, Sharon Springs Athletic Association, our silver sponsors, Atlantis Motorsports Park, Gwinnett Eye Clinic, Spiffy Ben, Addie's Home Inspections, Johns Creek Mortgage, Troncalli Automotive Group, United Rentals, and our bronze sponsors, Grit Academy Athletics, Laurel Springs Animal Hospital, Ryan Assad, your family realtor, North Georgia Audiology, Queen Nails, the Lee family, Scoop Joy Ice Creamery, Mangia Ristorante and Pizzeria,
Up to bat.
Katrina's Mexican Grill, Bragg Dental, Ryan B. Moody Insurance Agency, Elite Nail Spa, Signature Total Car Care, Green China Cafe, Publix, and last but not least, Peak Performance. That's our sponsors for Lambert Softball as we begin the top of the 5th inning.
I hear you, sister. We went to Manja on Saturday.
We asked Mike to say
It was
his
so
name.
good.
It was so good. I'm gonna go to Caesar's. Dad, can you go to Chelsea's?
So only 4 hits so far in the game for Lambert, 6 for Brookwood.
So Kieran Leal begins the top of the 5th inning for Brookwood. That one, first one's fouled off for a ball.
An error apiece for each team.
Excuse me, no, the count is 0-1 against Leal. And it's low and inside. So now Leal with an even count at 1-1. Pitch from Young is high for a ball. Now count is 2-1. This one's hit down the left field line and foul.
I think Reagan's glad that that one was not fair. That could have easily been another one into the corner back there.
Reagan Young's pitch swung on, got through the gap into left field, so that's a base hit for Leal to start the 5th inning.
Now batting, number 12, Kirsten Costanito. One time.
So Kirsten Constantino step into the plate, looking to advance the runner on first.
No, instead of actually, no, I'm going to do the
Swung an absolute missile foul. I think that one got all the way over to the baseball field. That one's in there for a ball. Count is even at 1-1.
So with her seeming to want to pull it down the third baseline, we'll see if maybe she goes for an outside pitch here to make her take it the other way.
No, she goes inside. That one looked like it might have hit off her hands.
Hit the end of the bat. Tip, nub of the bat.
So it hits the nub of the bat and goes foul. Counts 1-2.
Good result for Young there. Have the ball go off the end of the bat rather than the hands or the arm.
That's me.
Pitch from Young, and that one's fouled off. So the count remains 1-2 against Constantino.
Another one down the third baseline there.
Yeah, it looks like she's really, really looking to sort of push that one off and get it down the third baseline. And
I think I'd go with the changeup low and away here. See if she can't get her to swing out of her shoes.
pitch from Young. This one's hit right to the shortstop, Hannah Cornetto, and caught.
Up at the plate, number 15, Naya Langlis.
Great result there for Young and the Horns to get that difficult out. She certainly didn't make it easy.
So 1 out in the inning now, and Coach Stovall visits Reagan Young at the plate.
Or the Browns, I meant.
We can get it back up in just a second. I don't think they like that last pitch. She threw it over the plate.
So there may have been an issue with that last pitch thrown right over the plate. In a situation there, you really want to kind of pitch it outside. But it ended up being an out anyways, so.
Yeah, she might have lucked out a little bit there, but
Yeah.
Better be lucky than good sometimes.
First pitch of the new at-bat is a strike. This is Nia Langlis at the plate now.
it's working ahead now.
No. Who's next? Anna Hillman. Now batting, number 9, Anna Hillman.
Pitches out or high for a ball.
So Langlis, the pitcher today for Brookwood. An interesting choice to start the slower pitcher today against Lambert, who's had a lot of offensive production this year.
In there for a ball.
Perhaps the strategy there to throw them off on their timing, have a little more movement. Good changeup there from Langlis that we've seen today. So seems to have been working out for them. Constantino, the other pitcher for Brookwood.
Swung and hit, gets through the gap into right field. So now Nia Langlis reaches first, and Kieran Leal is on second base.
Subbing for Anna Hillman is number 22, Jaylee Gonzalez.
So Jaylee Gonzalez, a substitute
We gotta
for Anna Hilmer.
right field. Zoom in on the guy at right field, see what he's doing.
New batter for the day. We'll see what she can do here for Brookwood.
What's the guy doing?
I don't know. Think he's not. Oh, photographers out there. I see you.
That one's hit into right field.
Let it go, let it go, let it go. You got her.
And you've definitely got her. That's an out at home plate. So 2 outs now. And runners at first and second.
Now batting.
So nothing changes with the runners, but there's now 2 outs. And a great throw by Bailey Jameson.
So we've found the source of the outfield camera shake here. Got a photographer out there leaning against the wall.
First pitch is a ball high.
The infield camera is shaky because it's temporarily mounted onto the fence. Be mounting that to a pole in a little while. Have a nice steady infield picture for you as well.
So likely the catcher.
In the dirt for a ball. Jane Fang gets out in front of it, prevents the steal.
So great to get that out at home on the last play. Certainly turns a big hit into a negative for Brookwood.
Low for a ball. So now the count is 3-0. Jeremiah Adams with a favorable situation here. Now she's going to look for something that she can hit with a 3-0 count.
And we'll be interested to see what Young comes out with her here.
That one's definitely in there for a strike. So a good pitch from Young. I'm surprised that Jeremiah Adams didn't swing for the fences on that one. You got a 3-0 count.
Now had a little bit of interesting movement on it. Perhaps a two-seam fastball inside there. Couldn't quite see the spin from here.
That one's hit the third baseman and stepped on third. Jenna Fox stepped on third. That's the end of the inning.
A fun inning there for the Horns. A lot going on.
So score remains 3-1. So the defense is doing their part, but the offense yet to really get anything going here. And so now it's the bottom of the fifth. Or, excuse me, it's the top of the sixth. No, it's, sorry, it's bottom of the fifth.
Hold on. I gotta edit it when you. That's not a.
So to clarify, it is the bottom of the fifth now with Lambert hitting. So Katia Castillo will get her first at-bat of the day. First pitch is swung and a nice hit by Katia Castillo to start the inning. Great way to get the offense going. So Paige Wentworth. She'll step in the batter's box. Looks like Coach YB having a discussion with the umpire.
Pinch runner here. Castillo coming into the game as a pinch hitter.
So pinch runner here, and Avery Cole will take first base for Katia Castillo. She'll go back to the dugout. And Paige Wentworth up to bat.
So a quick appearance for Castillo there, in as pinch hitter. First pitch, a hit, a base hit, and now back to the dugout with a pinch runner.
Umpires having a discussion there.
I think maybe making sure they get their lineup cards synced up.
Can we get a camera, a microphone in there? Can we mic the
Unfortunately, we cannot mic up the umpire, so we have no clue what they're saying. But
It looks like we've got a substitution issue here. They're,
Substituting for favorite goal.
yeah.
Who is substituting for?
so a little discussion there with Coach YB and the umpires. First pitch of the at-bat to Paige Wentworth. That's a strike.
Yeah, she looked like she was offering at it, but pulled back, and then a strike called on the outside. Wanted the bunt.
That one is a bunt, but it goes foul.
So 2 strikes will take the bunt off the table now for the Horns.
Yeah.
Wentworth will have to swing away.
So now it's Reagan Young. After the dispute with the umpires, Reagan Young is the courtesy runner for Katia Castillo.
I think she must have re-entered. She was the natural batter in that position.
Swing and a miss for Paige Wentworth, sets her down. Oops. So 1 out here. Grayson Moody. Excuse me, Bailey Jamison.
Yeah, we're back at the top of the order now.
Back at the top of the order.
See what Jamison can do.
The ball low. Second pitch of the at-bat is a strike. Count is even at 1-1. Ball in the dirt. Makes the count 2-1. Reagan Young still at first. Some impressive coordinated chants from the dugout of Lambert. That one's a perfect bunt. Oh, and it doesn't get down. But Reagan Young gets to second.
Yeah, so sacrifice bunt executed successfully there. But it looked like
Yeah, the bunt
Young,
gets down.
it looked like Young had a chance to get to third there. There was nobody covering the base. Had she done so, it would have been a more valuable sacrifice, to be sure.
So unfortunately, there's a second out of the inning there, but Hannah Cornetto, big hitter for the Longhorns, steps to the plate. First pitch is a strike. Yeah, umpire been calling that outside pitch a lot tonight.
A lot of press box chatter here today about the outside pitch, but that one too far outside.
Yes, we have a peanut gallery in the press box with us.
Peanut gallery by the name of Mike Walker. You might know him.
I thought we were talking about me for a second. Hey, no. Hey!
Our Spiffy Bin sponsor.
Ooh, now nobody's going to buy from
You should definitely get your bins spiffed by Spiffy Bin. Nobody likes a stinky bin.
I love a stinky bin.
Not sure what these advertisements are here, but
What's the silver sponsors?
back to the game.
They sit.
Counts 1 and 2 against Cornetto. That one's a ball outside.
So she'll get an even count now.
It's not even though. That's not even.
2 and 2 is the same
I
numbers, guys.
understand.
She's been very good with runners in scoring position this year.
Really need a hit here from Cornetto. She hits it, and it will not get down in the gap to the second baseman, thrown onto first for the out. That's the end of the 5th inning, and your score's still 3-1. Not a lot of offensive production in the last few innings from either team, really.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, especially given Cornetto was batting .625 with runners in scoring position coming into that at bat. So, unfortunate.
Yeah, an underwhelming performance from Hannah Cornetto, to say the least. But this game is not over, as it's the top of the 6th here, about to be the top of the 6th. We'll come back in a minute.
So we're back now, the top of the 6th. Score is still Broncos 3, Horns 1. First pitch from Young, up high for a ball. The Brookwood batter will step out of the box for a moment. Comes on back in. Reagan looking for the signal from the dugout. She'll wind up, deliver the pitch. Another ball high. 2-0 now the count. So 2 balls, no strikes now. Here comes the 2-0 pitch from Young. And that went in for a called strike. Fang loses control of it behind the plate, but no damage done. No one on base, this being the first batter of the inning. So 2 balls, 1 strike to count now. Here comes the pitch from Young. Now,
Popped foul and caught by Cornetto. As I come back from the concession stand, this inning sponsored Double Bubble, the best 30 seconds of flavor you'll ever experience.
10 pieces should get you to the bottom of it.
Double Bubble, an interesting choice for an announcer during a game. We'll see if everybody's hearing is chomping here.
Maybe we should go get Novocaine next game.
Oh. Popped foul by Lorelei Sullivan.
I like that beauty cake foul. That's cool.
What?
Sullivan steps out of the batter's box. The
Yeah.
ball.
I think maybe looking to go through some slapping steps there on that one. We'll see.
Count is even at 1-1.
See if she continues to slap here on the 1-1 pitch. Haven't seen any slapping from her so far this game, so that was a little bit unexpected.
Hit foul. That one's out of the ballpark.
Too far gone for left fielder to have a chance at it. Morgan Owens out there.
I hope she doesn't hit it over that left fielder. She's short. Short.
Bailey's not short.
Sorry, Bailey Jamison in left, not Morgan Owens.
Ball in the dirt for Reagan Young. So Lorelei Sullivan's count is 1-2, or 2-2, excuse me.
What? That's what I said.
Sullivan's been hitting it to the left side of the field pretty consistently here. You can see Cornetto pulled over to the left. And that hit to Fox, the third baseman, but it won't be in time at first.
That one's going to be safe. So Lorelei Sullivan
Number 5, Tavia Robinson. How many outs are there?
puts it right at Jenna Fox, but she can't make the throw.
We have 1 out. We're showing over here.
With 2 balls. I'll play on another team.
So Sullivan speedy at first. We'll see if she makes an attempt to steal.
That one's inside corner for a strike.
Looked like the runner was going, but she holds up, comes back. See if Sullivan gets another hard lead here on the second pitch.
Nice catch by Cornetto. Throws back to first,
So
but the runner's safe.
line out to Cornetto, but not in time. The runner, Sullivan, on it there at first base, able to dive back safely in time. Very close play. We had one of those on Saturday. Emma Richardson caught a line out at second, was immediately over to first with it for the double play. This time not in time, though.
So Madison Oliver now. First pitch is a strike to Madison Oliver.
Two down now, so hopefully stranding that base runner at first. Many stranded runners for Brookwood today. The Horns will need to do that if they want to come back here in the last 2 chances.
Hit to Jenna Fox. She bobbles it. Hannah Cornetto gets it, and almost to first for the out, but it's just a little late. So now Madison Oliver at first and Lorelei Sullivan at second.
So that one will be scored an error on Fox at third. So far, 3 errors on the day for the Horns. 2 at third on Fox and 1 on Cornetto at short.
Leal batting as she hits it to center field. Should be a catch, and it is.
So the error doesn't cost them. They're able to still get out of the inning. They strand 2. Go into the top of the 6th.
Bottom of the 6th.
Bottom of the 6th.
After 5.5 innings, the score remains 3-1.
So the score is 3-1 in favor of Brookwood, but
I was thinking, like, what was...
it's really the tale of defense in this game. Both of these teams have pretty much remained stagnant with the bats for a while now. It was 3-1 I believe, in the second inning, and it stayed that way through 4. So Lambert got to get something going here now to sort of put the pressure on Brookwood in the 7th inning.
What do we got for lineup? Who's lineup?
Not a big deficit. They can definitely do it. Only 2 runs, and Lambert's got a lot of good bats.
3, 4, 5.
With the 3-4-5 coming up to bat, leading off will be Fitz.
Starting us off, number 15, Ashley Fitz.
So Fitz the hot bat along with Cornetto. As good a spot as any to start the comeback here, if that's what they're able to accomplish.
So Ashley Fitz is now in the batter's box as the bottom of the 6th will begin. First pitch is a swing and a miss.
Fitz and Cornetto both hitting right around 600 on the season through the first 11 games.
Highly impressive from both of those players. They're both committed to play in college. So definitely good performances from both of them in their final high school seasons. Fouled off. So now the count's 1-2 against Ashley Fitz.
This is probably their best chance to make a comeback here, starting out in a strong place in their lineup. With only this chance and one more available to them.
Ashley Fitz hits it straight to the pitcher, and Langless throws to first for the out. So not the start you want, but Hannah Cole, without a hit tonight, she's stepping to the plate hoping to get the bats jump started for the Longhorns here late in the late stages of this one.
Yeah, she's been frustrated here this game with a strikeout and a weak ground out into the infield.
First pitch to Hannah Cole is a strike.
Oh, well outside that pitch.
Yet again, the umpire utilizing that outside call.
Yeah, that looked to be over into the outside batter's box there. The catcher setting up outside again, so I'd expect it there.
That one's well outside.
Even further outside that time. That one,
Unavoidably a ball there. That one was clearly a ball.
that one was probably 2 balls width into the outside batter's box.
No.
Pitch inside, swung and missed by Hannah Cole. She's visibly frustrated here. Unable to get anything going so far.
Lambert's only lost of the season so far coming to South. Otherwise, a perfect record. They're 10-1.
Ball called against Hannah Cole. So now count is 2-2.
Definitely a ball there, but I would be leery of taking it were I Cole in this situation, given how many of those outside pitches we've seen called for strikes tonight.
That one's well outside. Now make the count full at 3-2.
Really working that outside pitch here.
Yeah, I think both pitchers in this one have pretty much figured out that outside zone, they've pretty much added about a ball's width to their zone.
At least,
on the outside. Ball 4, so Hannah Cole will take her base. So not a hit, but she reaches first base.
A good result for Cole there, especially after starting out behind in the count. Good to have a base runner. Looks like we're going to see a pinch runner here. Avery Cole for her sister Hannah Cole. Yeah, here comes
We have a pitch runner for Hannah
Avery Cole.
That is number 7, Avery Cole.
So Avery Cole now on first. Avery is a sophomore, her sister Hannah a senior.
That one's outside for a ball to open up this at bat for Jane Fang.
Jane has been on and off this season, more on than off on the hitting.
This one gets to the second baseman, should be a double play. No! First baseman loses it.
Yeah, I think a bad throw there.
So, yeah.
From the shortstop, probably scored an error because I think that would have been in time.
Morgan Owens.
We'll have another pinch runner. Courtesy runner for the catcher. Brooke Smith.
So Morgan Owens now looking to do something here for the Longhorns in the late stages of this one with 2 outs. Still 3-1 Brookwood. Still have that 2-run deficit hanging over their heads for the entire game. Pretty much. That one's fouled off by Morgan Owens.
Owens has been a key contributor here in her senior year. Getting a lot more play time this year than she has in the past. Starting in the outfield most games and in the batting order. She's had a fairly productive season at the plate. Coach Macy Stovall there has a word with her batter.
I talk like I am. Yeah. I'd be like, yeah, I do that sometimes. Oh, wait. No.
Macy Keratayud, I suppose now. She did get married over the summer.
That one's fouled. Hits the top of the visitors' dugout. So now the count is 0-2 with 2 outs. Not an ideal situation. As a hitter, you now need to defend the plate.
And that's been a difficult task today with the outside strike zone. So we'll see what Owens can do here. The runner on first.
Looks like the catcher setting up outside. Should be an outside pitch. And the umpire calls it a strike. That's 2 outs now.
That's 3 outs.
I think it was a double play.
No, it was 2 outs before. So now 3 outs, yes. That's the end of the inning.
The 6th inning, the score remains Broncos 3 and the Horns 1.
So time winding down here for the Horns. It's been 3-1 basically the entire ball game since the 2nd inning, I believe. So the Horns got to get some stops here on defense and rally the bats late to see if they can steal this one away from the Broncos, who've had the 2-run lead the entire ball game. We'll come back here in a minute when Reagan Young attempts to retire the side, and hopefully the Longhorns can get some production with the bats in the bottom of the 7th.
Appreciate all our fans coming out here today. Got a better turnout now that it's a little bit later and everyone was able to get here after work.
Well, that's good. For what?
Samantha Young there in the pink rainbow t-shirt, the mother of the pitcher.
What's that?
Starting off the Broncos, we have number 12, Kristen.
Oh, really?
This is Young's first start on varsity and perhaps her first complete game pitch.
Constantino fouls this one off really high, and it hits the top of the home dugout.
Okay.
The shadow's starting to get long here this afternoon now. The sun going down. This is the time of day where it really gets quite in the left fielder's eyes at Lambert.
Swung and hit foul down the left field line for Constantino.
She's hit a number down there so far today. Wouldn't be surprised to see some more.
How many miles? Why didn't you go there? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
That one gets in there.
Wow. Because your wife doesn't have to pay the $680.
Count is 1-2
No.
against Constantino. Young's pitch is popped, should be foul, and it is out of the ballpark. Oh my goodness, looks like it hit one of the Brookwood fans. I think everyone's okay there. That one was right at the Brookwood gallery.
Yeah. I hate
I think that's the first one Constantino has fouled to the first base side today. Perhaps a change of speed from Young.
Young fouls this one off. The count remains 1-2.
Yeah, that one hard towards the Lambert dugout on the third base side again. We'll have the JV game coming up for you after the conclusion of this game. We did have a 6:30 start time for the JV game, so it will likely be pretty close on the heels of the finish of the varsity game today. Probably not much time in between.
Pitch from Young, swung on, hit very well, but Bailey Jamison gloves it, and that's the first out of the inning.
Now batting, number 15, Naya Langless.
So the pitcher, Nia Langless, up to bat.
It takes an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Definitely have to prevent any more runs here today from Brookwood if they hope to make a comeback in the bottom half of the seventh.
Langless hits it straight to Cornetto, the shortstop, and Cornetto with an amazing play.
Guns are down at first. That was quite a throw from her knees, a diving stop, and then a throw from her knees to get it all the way across the field. Quite an arm on Cornetto on that play.
So Lambert doing what they want to on defense. No hits, 2 outs.
A close play at first with the fast runner. See if they can sit down the third one in order here.
That one's high for ball 1.
A 1-2-3 inning certainly would be what the doctor ordered for the Horns.
No, it cost me $40.
Anna Hilmer at the plate.
It's an hour and a half.
Anna Hilmer crushes this one, but it's gloved by Bailey Jamison.
A great play by Jamison in left field there to range over and get that floating ball. It would have been hard to judge that, and with the sun right in her eyes this time of day. Great play.
So bottom of the 7th. Score is still 3-1. Lambert, in final stages of this game, needs to get some hits here and try to cut into this lead. Shouldn't be a tall task, I would say. It's only a 2-run deficit, so if the Longhorns can get some clutch hits here, this one could get interesting.
Yeah, I think we'll see 8-9-1 here. Young, Wentworth, and then back to the top for Jamison.
I would want to get that in writing. Or
So between Young and Wentworth, if you can get one of those batters on base, and you go back to the top of the order between Jamison and Cornetto, things should look pretty good for the Longhorns, I would say.
Yeah, no hits today so far for Young or Wentworth. Neither reaching base so far. They did pinch hit for Young last time with Katya Castillo. We'll see if they pinch for her again here.
If I'm Coach YB and Katya Castillo gets on base first pitch of her pinch hit at bat, I would say you go Katya Castillo again, and it looks like
it looks
she's
like
in the
they will.
on-deck circle. So yeah.
She is there, so we'll see Castillo again, most likely. Well, actually, it looks like I might have been off one. We've got Jenna Fox first, so we'll have.
Coward's batting.
Coward.
Oh, so
Number 8, Coward.
Oh, we've got.
Number 8, Rebecca Coward.
Rebecca Cowart.
Okay,
Rebecca
so
Cowart.
another pinch hitter. Cowart will pinch hit for Fox, so that is 8th in the lineup. So it'll be 7, 8, 9 here that we'll see. We'll see Cowart and then Castillo pinching for Young and then Wentworth, unless they pinch for Wentworth as well.
The pitch to Cowart. Hit aggressively but fouled off for strike 1.
Cowart had a home run in her first pinch hit appearance. Yeah, a walk-off home run indeed.
So clutch hits in the past. We'll see if Cowart can replicate that and get on base here. In the bottom of the 7th, time winding down for the Longhorns. This one's hit. Cowart needs to dig. And she's just out as Langless gets the throw to first.
Yeah, that one off the end of her bat. I think a curveball outside.
So Katya Castillo steps up to the plate. Now, she got a hit earlier in the ball game when she pinch hit.
On the first pitch, in fact. So she's only seen one pitch now so far from Langless. But it was all she needed. A lot of work for the umpires here on the lineup card this afternoon. Many substitutions. More than we're used to seeing for the Horns this year.
The bats have been unusually cold today. Just not a good day hitting, but there's still time left for the Longhorns. As the first pitch to Katya Castillo is a ball way outside.
Speaking of mothers,
We got
you can see
Hannah Cole warming up in the outfield in case we need it.
Katya's mother, Melissa, over there on the left edge of your camera now. I guess that's the theme of today's broadcast.
Katya Castillo gets a hit into left field. She reaches first base.
So another base hit for Castillo. That is 2 on the day in as many at-bats.
Katya Castillo is a great option for a pinch hit.
Yeah, I might be seeing her more in the permanent lineup. She's been in and out of the starting batting lineup this year, although she has had a pretty solid starting spot in the field at first base. Not starting there today. Ashley Fitz getting the start at first today. They will pinch run now for Castillo. Avery Andrews on first base now in place of Castillo.
Number 23, Avery Andrews.
Yeah, pick a good pitch. Don't
So Paige Wentworth is at the plate now with Avery Andrews pinch running on first. And Paige Wentworth pops it straight to the second baseman. 1 out remaining in this game.
Yeah, Wentworth's been stymied today. Hasn't reached base so far. She's struggled a little bit at the plate this year.
Bailey Jamison in as what could be the final out for the Longhorns in the bottom of the 7th inning.
So Jamison batting .370 on the season so far.
Time called by Coach YB as he talks to Jamison.
I think they want to talk over this last out.
Hit into a grounder. Right field, right center field, wide open throw.
Can't see what they're saying there. Doing a good job of blocking their lips.
Or you look pretty good now.
Perhaps the Lambert staff getting a little bit more used to being on camera constantly now.
Ball outside. That one, surprising. A lot of those pitches have been called strikes tonight, and it's hurt both teams, really.
Except how still hard to bat.
Jamison's pitch swung on, hit to the shortstop, and it's gloved for the out. That's the end of the game. Lambert drops this one for their second loss of the season. Final score, Brookwood 3, Lambert 1.
Stay with us. We will be switching over to the other channel for the JV games. So you'll be going on over to the Lambert JV Softball YouTube channel. And we'll be back with you momentarily.
But that's the end of this varsity broadcast. Adam Burgess and Kyle Goodwin signing out.